Something happened, or at least, something appeared to happen that sent social media into a frenzy. One moment, viewers were watching what looked like a normal celebrity conversation involving Common and Taraji P, Henson. And then came the moment that had people asking the same question. Wait, did Common just attack Taraji? Clips began circulating online. Comments started exploding. Fans were shocked. Some viewers insisted they had witnessed an uncomfortable confrontation between two people who already have history. Others argued that the viral clips were being taken completely out of context. And that is where the story gets interesting. Because when you slow everything down, there is a huge difference between what the internet is claiming and what can actually be confirmed. So today, we're going to break down what people are saying, why Common and Taraji P, Henson's history makes this story so explosive, and why fans are divided over what they believe they saw. But before we go any further, there is something important you need to know. There is currently no reliable evidence establishing that Common physically attacked Taraji P, Henson during a live broadcast. That distinction matters, because celebrity drama moves incredibly fast online. A few seconds of video can become a headline. A headline can become a rumor. And before anyone has checked the original footage, thousands of people can already be convinced that something happened. But let's start with the part that everybody is talking about. The internet loves a shocking celebrity confrontation, especially when the people involved already have a complicated history. Common and Taraji P, Henson are not strangers to each other. Long before the current wave of online speculation, the two worked together professionally. Henson appeared in Common's Testify music video, and their connection has been discussed publicly for years. That history is exactly why any interaction between them immediately gets people's attention. When viewers believe two celebrities have unfinished business, even a small exchange can suddenly look much bigger. A facial expression becomes proof. A pause becomes tension. A gesture becomes an attack. And suddenly, the internet has written an entire story around a few seconds of footage. That's apparently what happened here. Clips and posts began circulating with dramatic captions suggesting that Common had confronted or attacked Taraji during a live appearance. Some posts went even further, claiming that Taraji had finally reached her breaking point. But here's where we need to separate viral storytelling from verified information. The social media posts making the claim are not independent confirmation. And that's important because sensational celebrity pages often use headlines designed to make viewers click before they even know what happened. One viral post can be copied by another account, then another, then another. And after 20 accounts repeat the same claim, it can suddenly look like 20 different sources confirmed it. They didn't. They're often repeating the same original rumor. So, why did this claim explode? Part of the reason is simple. People already know the names. Common is one of the most recognizable figures in hip-hop and entertainment. Taraji P, Henson is one of Hollywood's most recognizable actresses. She has built a career playing characters who are outspoken, powerful, and emotionally intense. From Cookie Lion in Empire to her work in The Color Purple and other major productions, Henson has developed an image of someone who isn't afraid to speak her mind. And that's exactly why fans became so invested. People weren't simply watching two celebrities. They were projecting years of public narratives onto one moment. Some viewers immediately sided with Taraji. Others defended Common. And another group simply wanted to know what actually happened. That may be the most reasonable question of all. To understand why this rumor gained traction, you have to understand that Common and Taraji have been connected in the public eye for a long time. Henson appeared in Common's Testify video, creating an association between the two that fans still remember today. Over the years, online discussions have repeatedly revisited their relationship and past interactions. And whenever two famous people have a history, the internet has a tendency to turn every new interaction into another chapter. That's especially true when the relationship involves romance, friendship, collaboration, or unresolved questions. But there's a major problem with that approach. A past relationship does not automatically mean a current confrontation. And an awkward moment does not automatically mean an assault. That's why the viral claim needs to be treated carefully. According to the social media narrative, The alleged live confrontation became intense enough that viewers supposedly thought Common had crossed a line. But when dealing with a viral clip, there are several questions that have to be answered. Was the video complete? Was there footage immediately before the moment? Was there footage immediately afterward? Was it edited? Was it taken from another program? Was the interaction serious, playful, scripted, or simply misunderstood? Those questions aren't minor details. They're the difference between reporting what happened and creating a story around what people think happened. And so far, the available evidence doesn't establish that Common physically attacked Taraji. That means anyone presenting the allegation as an unquestionable fact is going further than the evidence allows. Even when an alleged incident isn't verified, the reaction itself can tell us something. People clearly became uncomfortable with the idea of these two celebrities having a serious confrontation. Why? Because viewers understand how quickly celebrity disagreements can escalate. We've all seen moments where an interview suddenly becomes tense. A joke doesn't land. Someone takes offense. A question touches a sensitive subject. One person becomes defensive. And suddenly, millions of people are watching. That's the nature of live television and live-streamed entertainment. There is no editing room to remove every awkward second. And there is no opportunity to rewrite what happened before the audience sees it. That's why live moments can become unforgettable. But again, an uncomfortable interaction is not automatically an attack. Another reason this story resonates with fans is Taraji's history of speaking openly about pressure, emotional struggles, and the challenges of maintaining a strong public image. In a 2019 interview with ABC News, Henson discussed mental health struggles and explained that appearing strong all the time can itself become a kind of facade. That vulnerability has helped many fans connect with her. She has never been just another Hollywood celebrity. She has spoken publicly about difficult experiences and has used her platform to encourage conversations about mental health. Her work through the Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation has also focused on improving access to culturally competent mental health support. So when people see a clip where they believe she looks uncomfortable, emotional, or angry, they may interpret that moment through everything they already know about her. But interpretation is not evidence. That's one of the biggest lessons from this entire situation. Here's the dangerous part. The internet doesn't operate like a traditional newsroom. A journalist might spend hours checking a video, contacting representatives, and searching for independent confirmation. Social media can take 10 seconds. Someone sees a clip. They write, "Common attacks Taraji." Someone else reposts it. Another account adds, "Taraji finally had enough." Then another account says, "Fans are shocked." And suddenly the original claim has transformed into an apparently established event. But repetition isn't verification. That's why responsible viewers have to slow down, especially when the allegation involves violence. At this point, the safest conclusion is simple. There is significant online discussion surrounding claims about Common and Taraji P. Henson. There are social media posts presenting sensational versions of their alleged interaction. But credible evidence confirming that Common physically attacked Taraji during a live broadcast has not been established. And that means we shouldn't tell viewers that an assault definitely happened. Instead, the real story is the viral reaction. People believed they saw something shocking. They debated it. They picked sides. And once again, social media demonstrated how quickly a celebrity moment can become a massive controversy. Why are people so fascinated by celebrity conflict? Because celebrity culture creates a strange illusion of intimacy. We watch interviews. We follow relationships. We see photos. We hear stories. We watch movies and concerts. Eventually, celebrities can start feeling like people we personally know. So when two famous people appear to clash, audiences react emotionally. They don't just see two strangers. They see characters from a story they've been following for years. That's why the Common Taraji discussion has become so intense. But reality isn't a scripted television show. People have private lives. Context matters. And a 30-second clip may not tell the whole story. That's the question many viewers are asking. Was something edited out? Was there additional footage? Was the moment misunderstood? Was the interaction part of entertainment? Or Did something genuinely uncomfortable happen that hasn't been fully explained? Those questions remain open unless reliable evidence answers them. And this is where viewers should be careful. If another clip appears, don't immediately assume it confirms everything. Look for the original source. Check when it was recorded. Check whether the footage has been edited. Look for reporting from established outlets. And most importantly, don't confuse someone's caption with what the video actually shows. One of the biggest problems with viral celebrity allegations is that people often create a verdict before the accused person has even responded. That's not fair. If Common has not publicly confirmed an alleged confrontation, viewers shouldn't invent his explanation. Likewise, if Taraji hasn't described an incident as an attack, viewers shouldn't put those words in her mouth. The absence of a response doesn't prove guilt, and it doesn't prove innocence. It simply means there isn't a verified response to add to the story. That distinction is especially important when discussing allegations involving physical violence. Still, many fans immediately rallied behind Taraji, and it's easy to understand why. She has spent decades building a reputation as a strong and outspoken performer. Fans have watched her portray women who refuse to be intimidated. They've watched her challenge Hollywood expectations. They've heard her speak about workplace issues, mental health, and the pressure placed on women in entertainment. So when a viral post suggests that someone disrespected or attacked her, fans naturally become protective. But supporting someone doesn't require believing every rumor about them. You can support Taraji while still demanding evidence. In fact, that's probably the healthier approach. The biggest mistake would be turning an unverified claim into a confirmed narrative. Because once that happens, correcting the story becomes almost impossible. Even if the original claim is later disproven, the dramatic version may continue circulating for years. People remember the headline. They forget the correction. That's how celebrity misinformation survives. And this isn't unique to Common and Taraji. It happens constantly. A celebrity is supposedly arrested. A celebrity supposedly gets divorced. A celebrity supposedly attacks someone. A celebrity supposedly reveals a secret. Then days later, people discover the original story was exaggerated or completely fabricated. But by then, millions of people have already seen it. Yes, fans clearly reacted strongly to the online claims. But there's a difference between being shocked by a viral allegation and having proof that the alleged event occurred. That distinction should remain at the center of this story. The internet may want a dramatic answer. Reality may be much more complicated. And sometimes the most responsible answer is, we don't know yet. The situation could become clearer if the original footage is released in full or if either Common or Taraji publicly addresses the claims. Until then, viewers should be skeptical of heavily edited clips and sensational captions. Because if there really was a serious confrontation, the complete footage should provide context. And if there wasn't, that context could expose how dramatically the original clip was misrepresented. Either way, the full story matters. Common and Taraji P. Henson have a history that naturally attracts attention. Their past professional connection is documented. Their names continue to generate discussion online. And now, viral social media posts have created another wave of speculation. But the specific claim that Common physically attacked Taraji during a live appearance remains unverified based on credible reporting currently available. So don't let a dramatic thumbnail make the decision for you. Don't let a caption become your evidence. And don't assume that because thousands of people are repeating something, it must be true. Sometimes the biggest celebrity controversies aren't about what happened. They're about what people thought happened. And that may be exactly what's happening here. If new, credible information emerges, the picture could change. But for now, the responsible conclusion is to keep the allegation exactly where it belongs. As an allegation, not a confirmed fact. And honestly, that's what makes this story even more fascinating. Because the biggest question isn't simply, did Common attack Taraji? The bigger question is, what exactly did viewers see and why did the internet turn it into something much bigger? Until that question is answered with the complete context, the internet's verdict should remain on pause. Because in celebrity news, the difference between a shocking moment and a shocking rumor can be just a few seconds of missing footage.